All right, let's jump in. How are we? How was our weekend? Did we have a good weekend? We enjoyed. There was like a little more sunshine this weekend. What did we do? Oh, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl happened. That was great. It was kind of a boring game, to be honest. Maybe that's a rough opinion, but it was kind of boring. Hang out with friends, nice. Yes, pizza. Y'all, it's National Pizza Day. So super pumped. I got a math pizza joke there if you are interested in bringing that down. Because you know how volume is pi r squared times h. If you replace h with a and you replace radius with z, then you have pi times z times z times a. Pizza, woohoo! It's an exciting day over here. Anyways, National Pizza Day. We had a rousing conversation in first period, asking the question, are Hot Pockets pizza? Question mark. Are Hot Pockets pizza? I don't know. There are some strong arguments for Hot Pockets being pizza. Mostly I think they just taste like pizza, but I don't know if it qualifies as pizza. So here's a backup question. If you have a piece of bread and then you put sauce on it, is that pizza, or is there something else that makes pizza pizza? I don't know. I don't know either. Very interesting. Yeah, fun fact from Antoine, yesterday was a National Epilepsy Day. Interesting. Very interesting. I did not know that. All right. Also, just wanted to shout out Lily G. Thank you so much for this amazing math meme. I don't know if you've ever been like scrolling through TikTok or scrolling through Instagram and you come along a math meme or a math TikTok. Those are my favorite. And you ever thought like, oh man, I'm gonna send that to Miss. And then you were like, Nash, you'll think I'm weird. I will not think you're weird. I'll think you're awesome and I will give you merit. Because I love it. I actually have a few seniors and like alumni, like people who don't even go to Hybrid High anymore will still text me their math memes when they come along one. Like I got an I taught this kid 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And last week he sent me a math meme. He's like, Miss, have you seen this one yet? LOL. And I was like, oh my goodness. But it was also awesome. So yeah, send them to me. I will highlight them every time. But this one I thought was even awesome because we are doing radicals right now. We're doing like square roots. And the Vans logo is just the square root of the answer, which is funny. So then I was looking at it on our calculators, right? So I don't know if you all know this on our calculators. If you do the square root, where is it? Square root, why can I not find, wow, it's been a long time since I've seen this. It looks like this. Square root of the answer. Looks like the Vans logo. LOL. So anyways, once you see it, can't unsee it. So that's our math meme for today. Happy Pizza Day. Let's jump into announcements real fast. We've got announcements and then we're gonna just go straight into the assignment, but we have a little bit longer announcements today. So first things first, wanna tell you about a cool opportunity. The Los Angeles Urban League is offering support, math support in particular. So the LA Urban League is a local organization, obviously Los Angeles, that works to uplift and empower Black and Brown communities. And they offer a lot of cool programs, like they do like high school mentoring, they do college tours, they do college scholarships, and they offer math tutoring. And this is a very cool math tutoring because one, they can do any level of math. So they can help you, but they could also help like a younger sibling if one of your little siblings is having a harder time. They're on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays after school from 3:30 to 5. And what's really, really cool is that they actually pay you to go. So if you go and you get math help, your participation, you can actually get $10 Walmart gift card. And you can buy basically anything at Walmart. So it's kind of like $10 cash. And what's cool is it's not just one time, like you can get it every week. Yeah, that Walmart plug strong. So they can, like if you went this week, you get $10, and next week get $10, the week after that get $10, which is like, you know, pretty tight. So it's kind of like getting paid to do your math homework, which is, I mean, who doesn't love math homework and who doesn't love getting paid? So I think this is like the best of all the worlds. So here is the math tutoring form. You fill out this form, and then that form, after you fill that out, then Batizi will connect you to the organization. So you can like get paid to do your math, which is sounds awesome to me. So cool. That is our first opportunity. And then I have another set of announcements, or one more other like set of announcements, which is I have the information, I have like our survey results. So thank you to those people who replied to my survey. I think 92% of people, 94%, a lot of you replied to the survey, and I really appreciated that. And I think the big question that I asked at the end was, if it was up to you, what would class time look like? And the grand majority of you said that you wanted to do the assignment together during class. That you wanted to watch the notes beforehand and do the assignment together. A few of you said, 17% said that you wanted to do the notes together, and I hear you. I have an idea. And then a couple of people said they didn't really care. They had no opinion. So some of the things that you guys said why you wanted to do the assignment in class is that lets you go at your own pace, right? Like you get to work at your own pace. Sometimes the assignment questions are hard, and it's nice to be able to ask questions on the assignment rather than just like trying to do it by yourself at night. Some people like working ahead of schedule, which is super awesome. It helps you feel productive and efficient, and you don't have to stress because you get to complete your assignment before the class is done, which is awesome. I thought all of those are really good reasons for why we should do the assignment. There were some people who wanted to do the notes in class, and there were like two major reasons. One was you really like learning from me, which is awesome. I appreciate learning with you too. And then two is that people might have questions. So my thoughts are basically like, I really love working with you as well. And I think that watching the video in advance will help us to get like a basic understanding first, and then we can answer like very specific questions in class. So you already know what your questions are when you come, and that way we're not like wasting time trying to figure out what your questions are, right? You already have them when you arrive. So I really appreciated that. And then finally, I asked a question like, how did you use the class time? And I saw that it was pretty split, which I thought was really interesting. So a couple people were absent, but some people were already done, so they got to leave. Some people were starting at the beginning, so they were watching the notes. Some people were working alone, and I realized I didn't have a team button. So some people were working like on their own, and then a good number of people like stayed in the main room and worked with me. So I thought that it was cool that everyone was able to do like what they needed to do in the best situation for them. Okay. So I have two things to highlight for you. Number one is that I have changed the assignment slightly. If you've already turned it in, awesome, no problem. You won't, like, no points will be kept against you. You might even get some extra credit because you probably did problems that I took away. But I am going to have you skip the purple section here, the higher order section, just because I don't think that that's something that we highlighted particularly well in the video. And then I'm going to have you focus on the blue section, 8 problems here, and the red section, 4 problems here, right? So that is 12 total problems on the assignment. If you got this section here, if it was like really hard, as Amy was saying, but you got it, that's awesome. No problem at all. You'll get extra credit for completing the higher order section. So thank you for working so hard this morning on getting that. But I did want to cut us a little bit of a break for those of us who haven't gotten there yet. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to highlight, actually, let me pause there. Are there any questions on the things that I have covered so far? Like, any questions at all? Okay. So in summary, we have our math tutoring, right? Math tutoring, you can hit that link that's in the chat. And then in summary, it looks like the situation where we do the notes in advance and then the assignment together. Seems like a good plan. If you're one of my humans who wants to do the notes together, unfortunately, this time you are outvoted, but we'll take another survey in a couple weeks. Okay, so let me see. We have the same options as last time. If you didn't take the notes, you'll be in the red group. I'm gonna open up the breakout rooms in a second. You're gonna watch it. So if you didn't take the notes today, you're gonna be taking the notes. If you took the notes and you want to work either solo or with the team, you can also pop into a breakout room and work there. That way you have the option to come back to the main room if you have a question later on. If you took the notes and you want to work on the assignment with me, right, then you can stay in this room. That's the yellow color. If you have any questions, you're going to stay here. You can chat me or chat Ms. Yamanaka. Or as I cough in all of your ears, that was cool. Or if you finish the assignment, you're going to privately message me and I'm just going to double check that I got it on Canvas and then I will let you go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Before I do that, before I release everyone, can you tell me what color you are today? Are you red? You need to take the notes. Are you orange? Are you yellow? Are you green? Are you blue? Cool. Tell me what color you are. I've got about 7 colors thus far. What color are you? Cool. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open the rooms. If you are red or orange, go ahead and pop into the room. If you are if you are red or orange, pop into the room. If you are yellow or green, stay here. If you're blue, stay here for just a second. So let me open these rooms. Pop in there if you're red or orange. Thank you to everyone who is messaging me what color you are. Sada, Amy, Michelle, Cheyenne, and Ashley M. I got you. You can head on out. Elvia, let me look here. Let me refresh. I didn't see yours. Just checking in here. So Sada, Amy G, Michelle, Cheyenne, Ashley M, and Elvia. I see yours turned in. Thank you so much. If I said your name, you are welcome to sign off. Have a great rest of your day. And the rest of my team, my yellows and greens, I'm happy to work with you today. Let's jump in. I'm gonna stop sharing here. I'm gonna start sharing on my screen. Awesome, Brittany. Brittany, let me just refresh. I'm sharing my screen here. ACC. Cool. Brittany. Brittany, I got you. You're welcome to head out. I'll see you later. Cool. Have a great day. All right. If you're yellow, I'm so pumped that you're here. Ale, I'm pumped that you're here. Angelica, Leslie, Diana, Angela, Anna, Antoine. Wow, so many A names. I'm loving it. Geraldine, Nick, and Lily, I'm pumped to be here with you. What problem would make the most sense for us to start? And y'all can just pop the numbers in to the chat, whatever number you're like most interested in. If you want to start at number 1, we can start at number 1. Whichever one seemed the best. I'll take the first number in the chat. Number 3, cool. We'll do number 3. Let me know, are there any more that we want to do? We can start with number 3. I think I have one. Yeah, number 3. Cool. We'll do 3, 3, then we'll do 1, then we'll do 20. Big fans of all of these. All right, awesome. So number 3, we have square root 15 over 2 square root 4. This one actually looks more complicated, Ale, than it actually is, because what's the square root of 4? 2, yeah, for sure. Feel free to come off mute, y'all. I would love to have some off mute. In fact, I'll give merits to anybody who comes off mute. I'm a big fan. So since square root of 4 can turn into 2, then we really just have the square root of 15 over 2 times 2, which is 4. And that's your answer for that one. Right. I could try to break up 15, but it's just 3 and 5, and there's not going to make any groups out of that. So that's my answer there. And you should find it in your answer key. Oh, is that why? Because I didn't type it right in the answer. Oh, no, there it is. Right there. Square root of 15 over 4. Cool. Does that make sense, Holly? Cool. Awesome. All right, sweet. Then let's do number 1. Number 1 was next. So number 1, we have 4 square root 3 over square root 15. So one way we could write this is like a 1, right? 4 over 1. So I have 4 over 1, and then I'm gonna, that's like times the square root of 3 over 15. So basically how I'm rewriting this is I'm rewriting my outsides with outsides and insides with insides. I'm writing it as one big fraction. Can I simplify 3 over 15?
Yeah, can't you multiply it by 3?
Divide by 3.
Divide.
Yeah.
Divide by 3, my bad, but yeah.
Yes, Antoine and Lily, thank you. I'm just writing your names down so I remember to give Mary. So yeah, I'm gonna divide. So good idea, Lily, and thank you for the correction, Antoine. So I have 4 over 1, and then inside my radical, I would have 3 divided by 3 would be 1, and then I'm gonna split it back up, radical 5, like that. So basically what I'm saying here is I can simplify the 3 over 15 into 1 over 5. Right, so I don't have to do this step. I don't have to do that. If I'm able to, I can jump straight to this step. Right, so I'm simplifying 3 over 15 into 1 over 5. What is the square root of 1?
One.
Just 1. Yeah, for sure. So I have basically 4 times 1 over 1 times square root of 5. I really don't need to write those ones. So I just have 4 over square root of 5, which seems like it should be the answer. But remember that we're not allowed to leave a radical in the denominator, right? We're not allowed to leave that. So how am I going to get rid of the square root of 5?
Multiply it by a square root of 5.
Exactly. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 5, like that. That's going to give me 4 square root 5 over, remember, square root of 5 times square root of 5 will be square root of 25, which is just 5. So yeah, the purple answer that we got before feels more simple, right? But if I was trying to do this by hand, if I was trying to divide by hand, this orange version would actually be and easier, easier to calculate. So that is what our actual answer is here. So I'm going to be looking for this one right here. Anna, I think you asked that question originally. Does that make sense? And then Antoine and Lily, it sounded like you were talking with me as well. That makes sense. Any questions for number one? Sort of, Anna. If there, do you want to see still processing? And no, it's not making sense. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Can I show you a different way? Can I show you a different way and see if you like that way better? Yeah, okay. So, okay, so this is the first way that we tried. This is the first way that we tried. We're gonna try a second way. So here's another way to try it. So still number one, we have 4 square root 3 over square root 15. Right? The big problem with this is that there's a square root in the bottom, right? And it might need to be simplified. So one thing that I could do is just multiply times that thing in the bottom to start out. So now I'm gonna have 4 square root 45. Can someone tell me where the 45 came from?
15 times 3, because
15
the
times.
radicals, you have to multiply.
Yes, absolutely. So 3 times 15 is 45 here. The radicals multiply. And then what would I have on the bottom?
Just 15, because the radicals cancel out.
Exactly. So 4 square root 45 over 15. Okay, so now I don't have a radical on the bottom, so I seem to be good here. I just need to simplify 45 if I can. So 45 is, we'll do 9 and 5. And then 9 is 3 and 3. So I have a group of 3s that are coming to the outside and a 5 left over on the inside. So if I was going to write this, I'd have the 4 from before. And then I'd have the group of 3s, right? This group of 3s and the 5 left over 15. So the 4, the original 4, right? The group of 3s coming to the outside and the 5 left over. So then I would have 12 root 5 over 15. And then is there any way to simplify 12 over 15? Any number I can divide out?
3.
Yeah, divide by 3. Thanks, Will. And thanks also Anna and Diana. So I'm dividing out that 3. Right, so 12 divided by 3 would be 4, square root 5 over 15 divided by 3 would be 5. So I get the same answer as I did on that other method. Do we like this method better? Yes, Diana at least likes this better. Angela, this is number one. Number one, we're just doing it a different way. So I did it one way up here. Now I'm doing it a different way. Number one. Okay, at least Diana and Anna like this method better. So in this method, I tried to like simplify first and then rationalize at the end. In this method, I rationalized first and then simplified at the end. So we really did the same steps. We just used different numbers to get there. So whichever way you like to do, that's totally fine. If I messed you up on this thing where I put them inside the square root, my apologies. Do we feel comfortable moving on from number one, or do we have any more questions about number one? Seems like we feel comfy, question mark. Okay, cool. If you have a question and you're typing it, keep typing it. I will definitely answer it. But we did 3, we did number 1. Let's go do number 20. So number 20 is here, 5 over 3 plus square root 2. All right. And then Ollie, you want to do 13 after that? Okay, cool. Let's see, number 20. All right, Antoine, we got this. Okay, what did we learn that we have to multiply by when we have 3 plus square root 2 as our denominator? How can we rationalize this? We have to use the conjugate or the opposite of this part.
3 minus radical 2.
Yes, 3 minus radical 2. Thanks, Anna. Right, so 3 minus radical 2. So we have to do the same thing on top and on bottom. Right, same thing on top and on bottom. So for the top, it's like a little easier because it's just one thing times 2 things. So one term, a monomial times a binomial. Right, so 5 times 3 would be 15 minus 5 times square root 2, 5 root 2, like that. And then the bottom is where it gets more complicated. So I have a binomial times a binomial. So what do I have to use in order to multiply these together?
The box.
The box, yes, the box. Thanks, Diana, thanks, Lily. Right, so I'm gonna draw a slightly bigger box. Big old box, why not? 3 plus square root of 2, 3 minus square root of 2. Okay, what should happen? What should happen when I multiply these together? In order for me to know that this is working.
One of the radicals should cancel out and just have a number.
Yeah, the radical, where we have the radical and the number, well, where we have both radicals, they should cancel out. So it should be this box and that box if I wrote it right, but we'll do the math and see what happens. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times root 2 is 3 root 2. 3 times negative root 2 would be negative 3 root 2. That's good. This is good that these are the same, but one's positive, one minus. And then positive root 2 times negative root 2 would be negative 2. So just like Lily was mentioning, these two are going to cancel because 3 root 2 minus 3 root 2 doesn't make 0, right? And then 9 minus 2 would be 7. So 7 goes on the bottom here. So this would be my answer for this problem. The only thing that I could possibly simplify is if this number and this number and that number were all divisible by the same thing. If all of the coefficients are divisible, then we could simplify, right? But since 5 and 15 and 7 don't have anything in common, then we can't do anything. So that is just our answer. Right, so the first thing I did was deal with the numerator. Second thing I did was deal with the denominator. And the third thing was write my answer. Cool. Antoine, how are we feeling about that one?
Good, not get it, because I was like confused a little.
Yeah, no problem. Awesome. And then Alejandra wanted 13, so we'll pop back up to 13. Oh, you want to actually do 13? Or is there a new 13? Did the numbers change when I delete? I don't think they changed when I deleted it. You want to do this one, Ale, with the fourth root? Oh, your number's changed. 17. This one here with the 6. You got the answer already. So do you want to do it or no, Ale? You feel good about it? You're good. Okay, sounds good. Okay, then we're open. We probably have time for like one more question. You guys want to choose which one? 22. Yeah, let's do 22. Oh yeah, it looks scary. All right, 22. We've got 9 minus 2 square root 3 over square root 3 plus 6. All right, what do we need to multiply by?
The square root of 3 minus 6.
Perfect. We're going to do that on top and on bottom. So since on this one we have a binomial times a binomial on top, we're going to make one box for the numerator. And it also has a binomial times a binomial on bottom. So we're going to make another box for the denominator. So we have numerator, denominator. So 9, negative 2 square root 3, and square root 3 minus 6. Antoine, do you want to lead me through the box?
Sure. So would it be the radical of 9 for the first one would be 9 radical 3, and then and then for the box next to that it will be negative 2. Would you multiply them because the radical will go away? Would it be negative 2 times 3, which would make negative 6?
Yeah, perfect. And well explained.
And then the bottom box, the first bottom box would be not, you'll multiply negative 6 and negative and positive 9 or no?
Yep, you're right.
Okay. And I believe it will be 54.
Yeah, negative 54.
Negative 54. And then you'll multiply negative 6 and negative 2 radical 3, which will give you positive 12 radical 3 because you're only doing the outsides.
Yes, good job. Good job. So on the top, right, remember we're just doing the numerator right now. On the top, we have 9 square root 3, which is going to combine with 12 square root 3 to get us 21 square root 3. And then we also have negative 54 and negative 6, which is going to give us negative 60. So we end up with 21 square root 3 minus 60 on, that is what our numerator comes up with. Cool. Are we tracking? We're feeling fine?
Yeah.
Cool. So then on this other one, we have square root of 3 minus 6 and square root of 3 plus 6. Antoine, you did a great job. Is there anyone who wants to lead us through the box on the yellow one?
I could do it, Miss.
Go, Lily.
So we multiply the square root. I'm sorry, square root 3 and the square root 3, and I think that would just be 3 by itself because it would be a 9, and then if you square root that, it would be 3 again.
Yes, perfect.
And then the square root and the square root 3 and 6, that would be a 6 square root 3, but I think you can simplify that, or no?
No, because there's nothing you can take out of 3. It would just be like
Okay.
3
Oh,
again.
yeah. All right. Okay. And then the other one on the top right would be negative 6 square root 3. And 6 times 6 is 36. It would be a negative 36.
Amazing. So what is going to come out of that box?
The equation with the radical, those ones just cancel out because one is a negative, one is a positive. And then we would just have a negative 33.
Yeah, 3 minus 36, right? Which would be negative 33, as Lily said. So negative 33, just like that. Woohoo. Okay. So when we are simplifying, right, I was just peeking at my answers here, right? So looking at my answers, I don't see this, right? I don't see it, so I'm thinking I might need to simplify. Is there any number that can divide 21, 60, and 33? 3 for sure,
3.
Antoine. Yeah. Yeah, Anna. So we're dividing by 3, like that. So I have 21 divided by 3 would be 7 root 3 minus 60 divided by 3 would be 20 over negative 33 divided by 3 would be negative 11. Like that. I left it like this in our answer key, and you can leave it like this. It's not mathematically wrong. Some people will have you float the negative. The negative technically belongs to the 7 root 3 and to the 20. So you could also write it as negative 7 root 3 plus 20 over positive 11, like that. So you could also write it like this. I left it like this in the answer key, but this is also a correct answer, and some people might prefer it. So either of those answers is a possibility. Okay.
I don't think
Um,
that's on the answer key.
Yes, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I'm thinking it must be this one, but I don't know what I must have solved it wrong on my paper, but it should be that one, right? It has the radical 3 and it has the 11. Did I do something wrong? I was doing these problems yesterday. Hold on. Let me look. Did I do them on the computer? Let's see. I was doing it here. I must have messed up on my thing because I got negative 33. It's because I did 9 times square root of 3, 9 times this would be 54. It's because I forgot to write a square root 3 right here. Is that possible? No, I just totally messed that up. This should be negative 6. This should be square root 3, like that. Yeah, no, I messed up on the answer key, Lily. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll fix it on my document, but the way that we did it all together was correct. So this is your correct answer. Oops, we'll let the lag catch up a little bit here. What we wrote was a correct answer, and it was this one that we should be crossing out. My apologies. Thanks for pointing that out. All right. What happens when you go too fast? I would love to hear, just for those of you who are hanging out with me today, how are you feeling about this assignment now that we've gone through some problems together? Oh, thank you, Antoine. All right. Cool. All right, team. There's some people joining us back from breakout rooms. Glad to have you back. If that poll pops up, just let me know how you're feeling about today's assignment. If it doesn't pop up, that's okay. Just let me know how you're feeling. Thank you for all of those votes there. Awesome, my friends. Okay, so today we covered dividing. Dividing is really complicated. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can catch me on my email. You can also catch me on my phone. I will put my phone number in this link. I think almost all of you, or at least many of you, have texted me at this point. So feel free to text me if you're on a particular problem. I usually just reply with like a quick video on how to do that problem. If you are in a breakout room, I'm going to post this video from like the problems we worked through to Canvas. So you'll have numbers 1, number 3, number 20, and number 22 to work through. And then I can also send videos on anything that you need. So that is all. Thank you for a great class today. I will send the videos and I'll send the video for Thursday tomorrow in advance of Thursday's class. And then I will see you in class on Thursday. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Bye, friends. Bye. Adios, adios. Bye, JR. Hi, Anna. Hi, Osvaldo. Oh, bye, Anna. Bye, Ozzy.